Why are artists so pissed off, and how is their art getting stolen? Stick around to find out. We're going to talk about it.
Hey.
Salutations, good people. Welcome to the CS Podcast, where we create stuff. Or if you're Trey, create shit. And today, we've got our hands absolutely full of the giggles. But no, today we are talking about AI-generated art theft.
Somebody call the wambulance because this shit's real.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, how's art getting stolen?
AI.
Well,
No, okay.
until next time.
Yeah, always been. No, okay. So, AI is kind of becoming this. I mean, it's always been a thing, but I feel like here in recent months, weeks, whatever, it's kind of been on the rise. Like we've done an episode on ChatGPT. Like,
right.
You've got this AI that talks to you and helps you Google search and stuff. Or you have Replica that, you have sex with or whatever. And then apparently that's a thing. Apparently the Replica, it started off as like supposed to be a companion.
Yeah.
And like keep you from being lonely and like keep you company.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of evolved as people used it, and they used it for different purposes.
But it was just, how are they...
I don't know. They're sexting with the Replica.
Replica sexed back?
Apparently, yeah. It's learned.
It wasn't...
It's learned.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyways, so you have Replica, you have AI there, and then you have AI generate. The first thing that I ever really heard of was I guess Replica, but
Yeah.
it was normal then. And then
It was normal.
Yeah.
Sex is a natural thing, young Trayvon.
it is, but if we're teaching it to our robots, our computers,
That's the opposite of natural. You're
Yeah.
right. Good point.
But so the first thing I remember seeing, that like AI generated art. You have these websites or these apps. I even think it's built into Discord now.
Right.
I think I actually know it is because I was in a Discord channel with a buddy, and he's like, "Hey, check this out," and you type in a command, give it a prompt, and it makes art. It'll generate it right there in the text chat, like as an image.
Yeah.
It'll generate like 4 images.
Okay.
But it's free. You just go onto these websites. Sometimes it depends on where you go. You need like a token.
Yeah.
And tokens refresh every day, every couple of days, every week, whatever. Or you can buy more tokens to make more art. Mm-hmm. And as the AI creates art, it learns. But there had to be, now this is all stuff that I'm figuring out through like Reddit and like Twitter and Facebook and things like that.
Okay.
There are artists that are claiming that their art was used as a, I guess a learning tool. Like it was fed into this AI so that the AI could see what art looks like and could create art. And so they're saying that this AI is replicating their art that they've done, and
Like actual... So we haven't talked about this a lot off mic, but it like stealing specific pieces or just a style?
specific pieces, but then
Okay.
also they could develop a style based on an artist's style, which, I mean, even that is kind of, I don't know. You think about, all right, so like,
Can you copyright a style though?
No, you can't. But I mean, think about it in this way. So you have a very unique style, maybe a style that nobody can copy, right? Like
Right.
maybe it's a certain way that you paint, whatever it is. Well, if we take that style, we feed it into an AI, and the AI learns it. Well, now that AI can copy that style, instead of them coming to you and going, "Hey, can you paint me a picture of a butterfly?"
Yeah.
It goes to this AI for free and goes, "Hey, paint me a picture of a butterfly," and it's painting it in your style that I wanted. Now you're out $400.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, I'm totally
yeah.
against it.
It's such a gray area.
Yeah.
Right. But
Parts of it could be a gray area, but if
Yeah.
it's stealing pieces,
from what I understand,
That's-
I've also heard like there are artists that are claiming like, no, I painted that, like that is mine, that
Yeah.
it spat out to you,
yeah,
and they showed like a side by side, like this is what I painted, this is what the AI painted, or it's close enough with just like maybe one or two minor details that the AI hasn't perfected yet because it's
Yeah.
not there, and so they're like, hey, that's like you literally stole my artwork. So it's very, I don't know, it's a touchy subject. And I mean, I get from like an artist standpoint, a creator standpoint, I don't know, you kind of, it's defeating. Like
I can imagine that it would be very disheartening. I mean, first of all, who wants the painting of a picture? I mean, yes, you want to go buy wall art off Amazon or
go buy it in Kohl's. Yeah.
Yeah. Unlike our shirts.
Oh yeah, I guess my shirt is Kohl's.
Yeah, they totally and mine totally. We are rocking the plaid section from Kohl's. If you're not on YouTube, you should be.
Yeah.
And if you're not on YouTube, what should they do?
Oh, well, you could follow us on Spotify or leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. And hey, write us a review down there. I don't care what you write. You could write your favorite song lyrics or a recipe for apple pie. It doesn't really matter. It just helps kind of boost the analytics and help us get out there. Or you could tell us what you like about us. That's cool too.
Or tell us we're duty head buttholes.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Actually, do that. Tell us we're duty head buttholes. And we'll
now
know
we know you listened.
Now we'll know you listened. We'll know you were paying attention.
Hey, we actually do have a 5-star review, like actually written out on Apple Podcast. We actually have 3 5-star reviews, but 1 actual review that's left on Apple Podcast. So thank you guys. Oh! And if we're thanking people, let's thank the handful of, or I don't know how many will be, the influx of people that have subscribed, saw our YouTube shorts and said, hey, these guys are funny, I want to listen to more of that stuff.
Right. Hey, if you don't want to spend 20 minutes, I'm being modest there, 20 minutes watching a full episode, check out our shorts.
Yeah.
They came from Kohl's too. Apartment 9, always pumping out the bangers.
But anyways, you were saying, instead of buying it off Amazon or I don't know, I derailed you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I actually went into the segue of telling people how they can subscribe, and all these things. So it's okay. Anyways, now I'm derailed.
Well, what I'm saying is, we were saying it's disheartening, right? So it kind of makes you not want to create.
And to my point, on the consumer side of things, who wants the style and art of a designer, of an artist in the cheap, off-branded, AI-generated...
Yeah.
I mean, I talk to enough people every day who hate cookie-cutter houses.
Well, it also falls into... now that we're thinking about AI and bots and also art theft, there are bots that scale the word I'm looking for? They scroll through Twitter and they look for art, and they'll look for comments that are like, man, I wish this was on a shirt, and it'll screen grab the art, throw it on a shirt on a Shopify website or whatever, like a something similar, and post it in the link like, oh, you can buy it here.
Did you say AI does this?
Like a bot. So,
a bot does this?
Yeah, bots. That's what they'll do. And
gosh.
It's proven because they'll write something like, don't buy from this website, and then screenshot it like an MS Paint, and post the photo and go, man, I wish I could find this on a t-shirt. And then the bots will do it, and there'll be a t-shirt on their website that says, don't buy from this website. This artwork is stolen.
Holy crap.
And that's how you know it's not a human doing it.
What a pack of Nimrods.
Yeah, and if you really want to get into it, scalping in general has gotten ridiculous in the past few years. Thinking about the PlayStations, PS5s you couldn't get a hold of, the graphics cards,
right,
theft like that. I consider that theft because you're taking it up, charging it 300%, 1,000%. That's just, it's dumb. All of that, and from a creator standpoint, it's disheartening. It's like, okay, why am I gonna pour all my time? I mean, okay, I get it. One, there's passion, right? I get passion, but at the end of the day, passion's not going to put food on my plate.
Passion doesn't pay bills. Yeah.
I have to eat.
It can equal bills, but it doesn't.
So the best of both worlds is you get to paint, you get to create, you get to write, you get to do whatever, photography, videos, this right here, videos that we're doing the podcast.
Right.
It pays something so that we can do it and focus on it and pour our time and our energy and our passion into it instead of having to balance that with work and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, passion is one reason to create, and you should have that passion. But realistically, we live in a world where we have to work. We
Right.
have to pay bills. We need money. So
Right.
if it can pay the bills, and it's so disheartening to take that step, to put yourself out there, to put this work out there and go, okay, this is how much it costs. Will you buy it?
Right.
This is all the time and energy and effort and passion that I've poured into this piece. I'm only charging this much for it. $400, $500, $30. Some people charge real cheap. And then to have that taken and put on a t-shirt or churned into an AI generator and pooped out to somebody else for
Right.
free. I mean, I could see a good reason to be like, well, hang up my brushes, hang up my digital
Yeah.
art pen, whatever.
Oh yeah, as a couple of coming from a couple of creators, I think both of us don't take too kindly to, genuine art theft. I mean, that's
absolutely not.
It's horrible. I mean, if you have an argument to why, I don't know if you do. I don't know. There could be an argument to why this is a good thing. Let us know in the comments.
I've seen people say it's good in the sense that, like, say you need a thumbnail. Mm-hmm. You could generate a thumbnail very easily by saying, okay, this, that, or the other. Mm-hmm. I've seen for like stock photos and stuff. Like, like for instance, I have Spook You. I do horror narrations. If I needed a pic, like if I'm matching stock footage to this story and the creature is very detailed, explained in a detailed manner, I could type those details into a generator and potentially get that creature brought to life without, having to shell out however much and use it as a thumbnail or whatever.
Okay.
Those I see people using that as a benefit, and like I get it. I get you're on a budget or whatever. I can understand that. But there are ethical ways to go about doing this while still on a budget. And there are a lot of artists out there that will work with you. It may not be the first. It may not be the first one that you reach out to because, if they're charging $400 for, or, if they're charging $100 for a thumbnail or something, that's what it's worth to them. It's not in your ballpark to sit here and nickel and dime them and pull them down. But there are artists out there that will charge $5, $10. Some may do free,
I literally paid for a stinger transition on my real estate channel. $5. It's $7 total with the tax or the charge Fiverr charges you for a stinger transition. That way I can give to you my editor, which I pay. I get the friend discount, but I do pay you for the work because I appreciate it. You should be compensated for your time. And just like I paid this guy. Yeah. I'm paying a premium to get premium work. And if you're not there yet, in order to buy premium work that's done by somebody very talented, that's just where you're at. Yeah. Humble beginnings, if that's where you're at with a low budget, then don't look for a shortcut unethically. If there is an ethical way, then take advantage of it. But I don't know, have a little show a little
because at the end of the day,
diplomacy when searching for this free stuff that's really robbing. And there's tons of stuff out there that are free with attribution, or whatever. Like it's ethical. There are ways to do it without robbing other people of their livelihood. Exactly. And you think about these people or somebody you may be at that humble beginnings. 2 years down the road, you may not be, and you're charging that money. Do you want somebody stealing from you? Right. Whatever it is you're creating and you're benefiting from, or whatever it is you're trying to do and you're benefiting for free off of the back of somebody else, what if your content was handled that way? Yeah. If you keep feeding the beast, feeding the machine that is robbing from other people, just wait your turn. It's going to come back to you. It always comes full circle. It's always going to come full circle. Man. Hot dog. So here's what we do. I have an idea. Okay. So if bots search through Twitter, Instagram, what have you, to look for that, here's what we do. We create a gosh darned bot. That pumps out, churns out the most ridiculous stuff, content, dookie content. And bots that will... They gobble it up. And comment. A bunch of dung beetles. We turn them into dung beetles. Right. And gobble it up and comment, man, I wish this was on a t-shirt, maybe leggings. And we have a bot that just boom, boom, comments that crap out.
Yeah.
And it's the dumbest stuff. It's sludge. I don't know. Sludge could be marketable.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would love him on a shirt now that I think about it.
I kind of want to, yeah.
So
check out our last episode.
And our YouTube shorts, we talk about sludge.
Sludge.
What we've not talked about is his sister, Slut. So that's a thing. Sludge and Slut have a backstory. But we create something to counteract their bots and their AIs to where when they get it back, it's just a bunch of garbage.
I dig it. We're like...
What is the garbage, though? What is the design that is the garbage?
It's just Robert, our butt.
Oh, the butt at the intro of our videos.
Yeah.
Somebody would like that, though.
Somebody probably would, yeah. I almost bought a booty snorkeler hat, so yeah, I get it. I like it, though. I like it.
We create a bot to count it.
We fight back.
Well, it's the equivalent of keeping a scammer on the phone.
Yeah, it really is. That's a good way to put it.
So there's going to be we create a bot to stand up for the artists.
I like it.
And slow down these slimy scammers.
It's crazy, man. I don't know what short of laws or something that's going to slow them. Even that's not going to slow them down. But
right.
I don't know. I don't know what it will take. If you have any ideas, leave it in the comments below, or you head on over a YouTube channel or Twitter. Let us know.
What sucks is I feel like digital theft, because it's not
physical.
It's not tangible.
Yeah.
Look at us and our words.
Yep.
It's not tangible, so it doesn't get taken as seriously.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
In a world where people make a lot of people make their living online, well, digital theft, I mean...
I would argue the majority of people make their living online, whether they are
absolutely
physically in an office or not. They're doing something that requires online
or their job
connectivity,
or their job is directly connected to someone else who makes their job possible because they're online.
Yeah. In a world where we're so interconnected, yeah.
Right.
We let this digital fall to the wayside because it is not tangible. It's not real. It doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Which the market will show you that's wrong, because there was a whole explosion of NFTs, which is nothing but digital and Bitcoin, which is digital currency. Like,
right.
It's big, it's popular, but art.
I can't hold a Bitcoin.
No, you can't. You can't hold an NFT, but art.
I can draw a Bitcoin and hold it, and it doesn't make it any more real than anything else that exists in the physical world that is not a Bitcoin.
I was saying, what's crazy is it's worth nothing.
Right.
Because it's tangible.
Right. That's incredible.
Yep. So, I don't know, man. I have to figure it out, but that is what's going on in the world today. That is what and I mean, art is transitioning into that. There's so many people that are, I mean, you think about your kids now, they're not painting on canvas. They're painting on iPads.
Right.
The next Van Gogh or the next Da Vinci or the next Picasso is going to start, and that piece is going to come from an iPad, a tablet, a PC.
Right.
That's wild to think about.
They're not even going to be under the influence of the markers that are going to get them high or not get them high. Yeah. That's sad. What a dumb world.
So, I guess that's where we're at. Gonna do the new outro thing. Is that cool with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Take it away. Yeah, because I completely remember.
So I have this written down. And I guess to get in touch with our roots, because we are the CS podcast. We are the Create Shit podcast, the Create Stuff podcast. What?
Oh my God, I had ground turkey.
Oh, are you okay?
Cauliflower, and was it rice?
Yeah,
I can't remember, but it's now.
That coffee come through yet?
And coffee.
Yeah,
exited the back room.
Yeah, the back room. Yeah.
Oh my God,
sludge!
It is putrid. Oh my gosh.
You gonna be able to hold on for the outro, or you need
Oh
to go?
no, I'm good. I
okay.
have a little relief right now, but I'm
It
surprised.
stayed on that side of the podcast room. That's good.
That's good for
it
you.
may waft over here in the middle of this
And you
this
may-
outro.
you may-
I may puke.
Puke. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
All right, so to get in touch with our creative roots, what we started this whole channel for.
Oh yeah.
We've kind of strayed away from this, and I think we can both agree that we want to get back into encouraging those to create,
Right.
encouraging you listening. So if you're listening, I would like you to you can either pause this video, this episode, you can do it immediately after, because I don't know, if you just want to finish this episode and keep listening to us, that's fine. I want you to just take like maybe 30 minutes, something like that. 30 minutes, put your phone down, let your mind just rest, let it wander, do what it wants to. But just kind of brain dump, I guess. Just sit in that. Just sit with yourself for a little bit. And then once you're done there, I want you to sit in your dump. I need you to just sit in your putrid dump. And then after that, I want you to take 5-10 minutes. I want you to create something. It doesn't have to be your next masterpiece. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be wonderful. But I want you to create. If you write, I want you to write. If you're Josh and you're laughing, I need you to chill out. If you cook, I want you to make something new. Try out a new recipe. But the whole purpose is you need to get your brain engaged, and that kind of 30-minute just step away, break, don't think about anything.
Because when's the last time you've done that?
Yeah, just kind of a reset, maybe a little
Right.
bit of a reset. And take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, create something.
I felt like today's episode was a good segue into getting back to why we started the podcast,
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
encourage folks to create and take part in that creative process. Tell us about it. How's it working for you? And with this little exercise,
Tag us in it.
I know a small podcast telling you to take 30 minutes, but if you just humor yourself and sit down.
You have writer's block, you have artist block. I get, like, sometimes you just got to muscle through it, man.
Right.
It's like, what did I hear? So if you're gonna wait for that spark of inspiration every time you sit down to create, you're never gonna create.
Right.
Creating and being an artist or being a writer or being anything in that, whatever you want to do there, it takes determination, perseverance. You're gonna have to create even when you don't feel like creating, even when you don't have that spark. That spark's great. It's a good jumping off point maybe, but you need to learn to work without it.
Unless you are already an accomplished artist, musician, what have you, that has the luxury of sitting around and not doing anything until something comes up, you're probably going to have to pound the pavement.
Yeah.
Waiting to get motivated. No, motivation can only do so much. You're not going to be motivated every single day.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You can still create every single day.
Discipline is what's going to get you through it. It's not going to be the motivation every single time. I don't know. We're both parents. If we waited to take care of our children when we felt like it, they may starve. They may have a full diaper for 3 days if we wait until we felt like it.
Yeah.
But through discipline, being disciplined parents, you have to be there for your kid. So if your art is important to you...
If it's your child.
Right.
If your art is your baby,
Exactly.
I get the parallel you're trying to make here.
Absolutely.
But the most important thing is just start. That's always the biggest step. Even if it's always going to be your biggest step. It doesn't matter if you've been doing this for 10 years, 100. I know it's always the cliche, like, just get started. Like, that's the biggest step.
But the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Yeah, but what people don't realize is, let's say you're journeying 1,000 miles. Yeah, you took that first step, but you're going to have to keep taking that first step every time you rest, because inevitably you're going to have to rest.
Right.
Burnout, or your feet get tired if you're walking, whatever it is. There will always be a first step. Well, it just depends on what part of the journey you're on.
Well, what's interesting is there's that saying, the journey of 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
first step, all that good stuff. But to me, the first step, like for a lot of people, the first step and the last step are the easiest because you're excited, you're full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah,
you're ready to attack. You're ready to tackle it.
Yeah,
it's just like a lot of people with a new job. They were excited on day one.
Yeah,
and then come day 120, you're like, oh God, what have I gotten myself
now
into?
I gotta go back to work. Yeah,
right. I've been on exercise programs that last 90 days.
Yeah,
the first 2 weeks are a blast.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm having a blast. It's fun. And then one day, I've had it.
Yeah.
Never mind. A story popped in my head, but
okay.
I was so excited. I was starting to feel my body change and all that.
Yeah.
Then one day I went, oh my gosh, I have to do all of that again today.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it became very uninteresting. Your art your craft, so to speak, may become very uninteresting. But
I guess it's finding how do you swap that up? How do you make it interesting again? I think that's the question you ask yourself.
Well, I don't know that it at points in time, I don't know that it needs to be more interesting. I think it's
no, I know, but if you're pounding your head against the pavement, over and over, and you've been doing it for X amount of months or X amount of years, but you're still going through because whatever, and you're not finding it interesting, maybe change up the formula. How can you make it interesting for yourself again?
Or take an introspective look as to why.
Yeah.
Why did you start to begin with?
Yeah.
Maybe you need a little reminder why you started. Is your why still the same?
Yeah.
4 years into it. Are you still after it for the same reasons?
Yeah.
If not, is it still what you want to do? Is it time to move on? Is it time to close that book?
Yeah, maybe you pick up a paintbrush instead.
There you go.
Or a frying pan. Or another notebook and write business proposals. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The world is your oyster.
Yeah.
Oyster. Oyster. It's like a pasture of oysters.
Ew. So take everything that we just said, digest that for a second, and
with your oysters,
just create, just do something,
create stuff. Or if you're Trey,
create shit, and show us. I want to see it. I like seeing all kind of neat stuff that people make. It's fun.
Show us your stuff.
Yeah, show us your shit.
in your big putrid dump.
All right, that's enough.
All right, until next time, I've been the Scottish Hush Puppy, and I got some food to go eat.
And until then, my Gaslit gang, stay spooky.
Create shit. Build anything. Make it real.
I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc.